Welcome to USA Green Card Approved, your trusted guide to U.S. immigration success. Looking to get a U.S. green card? Whether you're applying through family, work, as an international student, a religious worker, or as a victim of abuse under VAWA, we share clear information, real stories, and step-by-step help made for you. We simplify the process and equip you with information approval of your green card. Subscribe now. Your journey starts here.
Hey guys, want to file the EB-2 NIW Green Card petition process yourself? Are you a self-petitioner? I can help you. I can give you some steps that will really improve the process for you and enable you get to the finish line. Welcome to my channel, a channel that provides you immigration information for your transformation. My name is Gertrude Onuoha. I am a licensed immigration attorney from the state of New York. We provide immigration services for clients within and outside the United States. So you've made up your mind to go through the EB-2 NIW process. Congratulations. Guys, I just want you to know that there are other pathways, okay? The EB-2 is just one of many pathways. But I'm hoping that you've done your research and you've really narrowed down on the EB-2. So the first step is what I call prepare for your case. Guys, you see, we've been told in the past that failure to plan is planning to fail. Preparation is key when it comes to the EB-2 NIW. I just want you to know that with the EB-2 NIW, your entire career, your achievements, your schooling, your work life is under scrutiny. So essentially, you are trying to package yourself to show that you are an expert in a defined area. And you're going to have to show that you have an advanced degree or you are a person of exceptional ability. Then you also have to show that you meet the requirement of the National Interest Waiver, where the government is actually waiving the requirement of an employer sponsorship or even a job offer. Now, in order to do that, they have their own criteria. You cannot just say, oh, I meet the National Interest Waiver requirement. The government has its own criteria, and the criteria has been stated in the Danaso case, where you have to show that your proposed endeavor is of substantial merit and of national importance. You also have to show that you're well positioned to carry out your proposed endeavor in the United States, and you have to give government reasons why the labor certification should be waived on your behalf. So once you've met all these three criteria, then your case will be approved. Now we're still under the subtopic of preparation. There's no way you can prepare for something like this without understanding the legal requirements, the regulatory requirement. It's not just packing like all your credentials and throwing them at the government. That's not what it is. It's a very structured, well organized, well thought out application. Guys, do you understand that for some of these applications, you don't even get interviewed? You're analyzed based on what you present. So you have to do it in accordance with the legal requirement, in accordance with the regulatory requirement, which I just elucidated. You have to show that you're a person of exceptional ability or you have an advanced degree. You have to meet all three criteria in the Danaso case. Now, what is the preparation here? The preparation here is that you have to get all your documents and evidence that shows that you meet the requirements. And believe you me, this is a very huge part of the process, because sometimes clients coming to the United States not knowing about these things, and then when they get here, they find out, and they've done a whole lot of schooling back home. They've done a whole lot of working back home. So half of their credentials or their evidence is not even in the United States. So you now have to find a way of getting these things, and by these things I mean your degree, your evaluation, your resume, your job offer letters from back home or even here in the United States, your awards, your certifications, your research papers, your conferences, if you have funded projects. Guys, this whole thing is a lot. It's a lot of work. If you think it's just a walk in the park, it's not. So you have to put together all these things. You have to prepare. I mean, I've had clients come to me, do the consultation, and at the end of the consultation, we decline because they are not yet ready. Guys, if you go in unprepared, your case will be denied flat out. You can't go in unprepared. This is not a walk in the park. This is a whole scrutiny of your entire work life and your study life at, college level, of course. So you want to be prepared. You want to gather all these documents together. You want to make sure that these documents are ready. Okay. So the first thing is preparation. And one of the ways you prepare is go do a consultation with an attorney. And you could do it with us. Clients do that every now and then. Even those that are petitioning themselves, they come to us, they want to understand things. You understand? They don't even know the process. One of the ways you prepare is to figure out what your proposed endeavor is. And that's going to take me to my second point. Once you've prepared all your evidence, then you have to draft your petition letter to show that you meet the requirements of the law. Okay, you really have to draft that petition letter. And Hugh, I'm sorry to say that sometimes people who do these things themselves, they make a lot of mistakes. And one of the big mistakes I always find is this whole thing of being very technical in their writing. You just write some technical things about petroleum engineering, about aerospace engineering. Nobody knows what you're talking about except you, your professor, and those in your field. But guess what? The people who are reviewing this case may not be in your field. So that is a disconnect right there. And that's setting yourself up for failure. I'm telling you this because I've been doing this since 2014 and I'm speaking authoritatively. So you have to package these cases in a way that makes sense. Okay, you really have to. Um, in this world of EB-2 NIW, talk is cheap. So you have to prove everything you say. If you say you are a Nobel Prize winner, where is the evidence? If you say you have done 55 surgeries as an expert, where is the evidence? You have to get the evidence because talk is cheap. Guess what? They don't know you. The government does not know you. And most likely, they don't even believe you. So you have to prove your case. It's always there. The standard of the law is that you are the one asking for the benefit. The burden of proof is on you. You are the one telling them that you are expert public health person, right? So you prove your case. Okay, you have to prove your case. So what that means is that you would have to show evidence. So after you've prepared your petition letter, of course, you have to fill out all the relevant forms. And if you don't fill those forms properly, the case will be rejected. And a lot of times people make lots and lots of mistakes, and that warrants rejection of the forms. Now, when you have done that, you now have to package everything and ship it to the USCIS. Now, again, if you send it to the wrong place, they will send it back to you. They're not going to help you if you're and this is just ridiculous. Like, if your packet is supposed to go to, say, Nebraska, and then you send it to Vermont, they are not going to say, oh, Mr. John made a mistake, we're going to now move his packet to Vermont. No, they're going to pay money to ship it back to you. And guys, that could be very costly if you are fighting for time, because they have to process it and then reject it and then package it back to you. And that could be something, especially when you are fighting for time. Okay, so pay attention to that. Then the next thing is to wait for the approval. Hugh, once you have worked hard, you've submitted, the next thing is waiting, waiting, waiting. Now, you see, immigration is never a fast process, and you cannot blame them because thousands of people all over the world are making the same application as you are. You are not the only one making the application. Listen, the United States is one of the best countries in the world. People want to come here to get the top dollar. People want to come here to get good education for their children. People want to work here. They want to get to the top of their profession. So what this means is that lots and lots of applications are being submitted every day. So you're not the only one. So you have to be patient. Now, EB-2 NIW, it could take as long as more than 12 months. Yes, that's what I'm saying from my own experience, right? But if you cannot wait and you have money, then you should definitely consider doing premium processing, which within 45 days, they're going to make a decision on your case. But keep in mind, that does not mean that your case is going to be approved, okay? They will come up with a decision. It may go south or you may get an approval. I don't know. It depends on what you sent in to them. Now, once your NIW is EB I-140 NIW is approved, that's beautiful, that's beautiful, that's beautiful. You then wait if your case is not yet current. That means you have to, if you are inside the United States, the next step would be for you to file the green card. And if you're outside the United States, the next step would be for you to go through what is called consular processing, essentially still making the application for the green card, but from outside the United States. So for you to make that application, green card has to be available. Okay, so and for you to know whether green card is available, you have to watch the visa bulletin for your priority date. Once your date is current, then you can now file. Then once you put in the application for the green card, you go for your biometrics. At that time, you can also submit application for work authorization and application to travel while the case is pending. And once the case is approved, you now get what is called a U.S. permanent resident status. Guys, that is beautiful. That is amazing. With that, you get to work for almost any employer. With that, you can travel without being worried. Of course, you're not going to stay for more than 6 months. And you can even file for some family members. And you know what? You can move around when it comes to job. You are not leashed. You don't have a leash on your neck like, oh, you have to work for this employer. If you start working for employer A and you are not happy, you move on. If you are in Delaware, you don't like Delaware, you move to Nebraska. If you don't like Nebraska, you move to Hawaii. That is the beauty of the U.S. permanent resident status, guys. So if you're considering this process and you've tried doing it and it's overwhelming, hey, you can call us, pick up your phone. It's 212-516-8137, or you go to my website, go-attorney.com, and contact us. We can help you. I mean, I've seen people, or I've known people who have said, okay, I'm going to do this by myself. And year one comes, they don't do it because they're overwhelmed with so many things. Why don't you just give it to an attorney to do it for you if you don't have the time? If you have the time, sure, you can do it by yourself. And then they can help you do this and put the case together and get you an approval. Guys, we've helped tons and tons of professionals with this process, those in petroleum engineering, mechanical engineering, public health, those in the arts. You can go to my website and read a lot of stories of approval. And thank you so much for listening. I look forward to seeing you again. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when we put something together again, you'll be first to be notified. Or you can go to info@go-attorney.com. Thank you very much for listening. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you found valuable information today. At the Law Office of Gertrude Onuoha, we are committed to providing you with clear, useful information to help you on your immigration journey. But don't just take our word for it. Here's what some of our clients say.
It was a great experience working with the law office of Gertrude Onuoha. She supported me all through my journey of getting my green card and was available to answer my questions. I will surely recommend her.
I had the privilege of working with the law office of Gertrude Onuoha for my National Interest Waiver program, and I can't express enough gratitude for her exceptional services. Thanks to her expertise, dedication, and strategic guidance, my NIW was approved smoothly and efficiently. I highly recommend her.
I attended a Zoom conference hosted by attorney Gertrude Onuoha by chance. After hearing her detailed explanations and client testimonials, I consulted with her. Despite my uncommon research field, she and her team took the time to understand every detail. Thanks to their professionalism and thorough work, my EB-2 NIW application was successful. I highly recommend their services.